25-year-old Brendan Paul, an alleged drug mule for music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested for possession of cocaine and marijuana candies Monday at the Opa-locka Executive Airport.
So check this out, yo. Justin, right now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
Diddy is going to be locked up for a long time. After decades of manipulating the criminal system, his bad karma has caught up. And now we're waiting for celebrities like Justin Bieber to reveal what Diddy did to him and how we can stop this monster from doing it again. So let's get into it. If you aren't subscribed to the Let's Get Into It podcast, then you're only getting half the tea. For longer videos, deep dives, and of course, more of me, subscribe to the Let's Get Into It podcast listed in the description below. Now that authorities are going after Diddy, we are learning exactly how bad everything was behind the scenes. And now a bunch of different stories are coming forward, so we're trying to keep track. Like, for example, Sean Diddy Combs' alleged drug mule looks worried in body cam video showing arrest on drug charges. Now, I think we all have a mutual understanding of how creepy everything was after seeing what Cassie had alleged that Diddy had done to her. These moments where they would go and he would go and hire escorts to force them to sleep with her and to take drugs and to go on these benders. Well, the drugs had to come from somewhere, so body cam footage shows former college basketball player Brendan Paul being led from a U.S. Customs and Border Protection building in handcuffs to an awaiting Miami-Dade police squad car. The sportsman turned music producer, a former Syracuse guard, was taken into custody at the airport after federal agents intercepted Diddy's plane, which he was about to board, which it seemed like Diddy was going to escape these charges and try to get out of the country. But no, they got him and they got his buddy too. Paul was booked on possession of cocaine and marijuana candy. According to the arrest report obtained by the Post, both raps are felons in Florida. So looks like he is held on felony charges, but I have a feeling that this possession charge is just like a little bit of what they are going for. There's probably a lot more there. They're just holding him on this so they can do a further investigation. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of that footage together.
Caught and cuffed on camera. New police body camera footage obtained by CBS News Miami shows the moment 25-year-old Brendan Paul, an alleged drug mule for music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested for possession of cocaine and marijuana candies Monday at the Opa-locka Executive Airport.
Now, the drugs found on Brendan have not been linked to Diddy yet, but as we know, Diddy is under federal investigation, so they very well could be. Brendan Paul was an unlikely figure in a lawsuit filed against Diddy and others by music producer Rodney Jones, who alleged the Ohio resident worked as Diddy's drug mule and obtained firearms for him. Brendan Paul attended a private boarding school in England before going to a private high school, and then later on worked to produce Diddy's music with him, specifically the album The Love Album, which was released last September. I have a feeling that Brendan Paul isn't looking forward to his future if he is really in association with Diddy. But now that people are talking about Diddy, we're starting to look back at the past at some of those really terrible moments that we overlook. For example, there's a creepy video of a 15-year-old Justin Bieber and Diddy resurfacing amid his SA lawsuit. Reports write that creepy footage featuring a 15-year-old Justin and Diddy have now come to light while Diddy's under an investigation. So what convenient timing. The video is titled Justin Bieber's 48 Hours with Diddy, which was originally posted by Justin Bieber. Quote, I told you guys I produced a song for Diddy and I wanted to show it to him and you got his attention. Best fans in the world, Justin writes. This past weekend I spent 48 hours with Diddy and I had some fun. Here is some of the action. The over 2-minute long video resurfaced on social media shortly after Diddy's homes were raided by Homeland Security. It opens with the rapper then showing the 15-year-old Justin Bieber a Lamborghini that he promises that he will get at the age of 16. Essentially telling Justin, if you listen to me, if you follow my rules, you'll get what you want. These superficial things that take away from morality.
When you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
We just So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go.
Not the nervous laugh from 15-year-old Justin.
Fool, crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
Obviously, that video is really cringe to watch, and it seems somewhat disingenuous. Like, Diddy doesn't seem like he's being authentic with his messaging. People are commenting on his original video. How did anybody not catch this 14 years ago? We've got to do better this time around. Justin, whenever you're ready to tell your story, we're here for you, boo. And maybe Justin's story, if he does have a story, will be uncovered. The FBI is set to widen Diddy's sex probe over claims the rapper boasted about shooting people, bribing jurors, and using J-Lo as a gun mule. Almost 25 years ago, just after 2:30 a.m. on a cold winter night, 3 police officers in New York were called to Midtown North. Rapper Sean Combs and his girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, were all at this bar together. Diddy, his girlfriend J-Lo, and his bodyguard Anthony, and another rapper named Jamal were all arrested due to a shooting that happened in Times Square. The cops found Jennifer Lopez cuffed in the cage. Diddy was also in the station house on 54th West Street. His plans for a spectacular celebration of the new millennium a few days later temporarily on hold. 2 law enforcement sources tell the Post that the infamous shooting and trial could possibly be reinvestigated as part of a sweeping federal probe into Diddy. And we've covered Diddy before on his channel. His past includes more than just one mysterious shooting, but Jones alleges in his suit that Diddy was violent, threatened to eat his face, and brandished gun, and most poignantly was often bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in criminal cases concerning the 1999 NYC nightclub shooting. Mystery still surrounds the club shooting in New York, especially for the former detective who left the so-called hip-hop cop squad at the NYPD and now is a private investigator. But Diddy, his bodyguard Anthony Jones, and that other rapper Shine Barrow endured a 7-week trial in February and March 2001, which ended with Diddy and Anthony Jones walking free, and that rapper then being convicted on assault and gun possession, sentenced to 10 years in prison. So this guy who was a future rapper, who had a bright future, pretty much gave up any chance of him being successful to protect Diddy and his friend. Jones in his lawsuit claims that Diddy openly bragged about committing the shooting and bribing witnesses and jurors to secure his acquittal. Quote, Mr. Combs shared that he was responsible for the shooting in the nightclub in New York. He also alleges that Diddy bragged about using Jennifer Lopez to smuggle his gun into the club. Quote, he shared that the artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, carried the gun into the club for him and passed him the gun after he got into an altercation with another individual. But there's also another case that police are reinvestigating. Jones also alleges that Diddy lied about his and his son Justin Combs' role in a 2022 shooting at the Chalice recording studio in Los Angeles, in which a friend of Justin, only known as G, was hit twice. Jones claims that he was present at the recording studio when the shooting went down, and I guess Justin and G got into a heated conversation and then moved it into the restroom where the shots rang out. Photos in Jones' lawsuit show what purportedly was the bloody aftermath of the shooting in the bathroom. Jones said he stepped in to help G, who was bleeding out, and took him outside to an ambulance. Mr. Combs gave strict instructions to inform the police that he had nothing to do with the shooting. He also forced Mr. Jones to lie to the police, telling him that G was shot standing outside the studio by a drive-by assailant. So not that, his son actually had shot his friend. Jones also alleged that Diddy's head of security, Feeman Muhammad, who was once head of the security for Michael Jackson, is a powerful fixer with connections in the LAPD. Jones claimed they had the power to make people and problems disappear. We all know that 50 Cent and Diddy have had a long-standing feud. So of course Diddy is going down by 50 Cent, and this news is just giving 50 so much more ammo. Reports write that 50 Cent is seeking sole custody of his son with ex Daphne Joy following her alleged involvement in a trafficking lawsuit with Diddy. Quote, given the latest developments in the news of Daphne Joy's involvement in the Diddy lawsuit, 50 is going for sole custody of his son. Daphne Joy was named in a misconduct lawsuit that music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who we've been talking about, filed against Diddy in February. Jones has accused the music mogul of trafficking multiple women, naming Joy as one of the alleged workers that Diddy employed. Jones had claimed in his filing that Diddy bragged about having several women on a monthly stipend, and he was referring to Daphne Joy. 50 Cent wrote on Instagram, "I didn't know you were a sex worker, you little sex worker, LOL. Yo, this crap is a movie." Which again, we don't want to shame any of our sex workers. You know, we love our sex workers, but 50 Cent, of course, is going to go for the low blows, especially when it comes to Diddy. But there is so much happening with Diddy, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that this is his time, that he's like being taken down? Because it's giving very much that. But I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.